It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The drive starts with a handoff to Blunt. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
From the gun on third down, Wentz flushed out right, and he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. They'll run it now out of the gun, and he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now they'll throw it. Wentz finding some room at midfield. Caught right side, it's Jeffrey. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. A spin. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Now Wentz signaling frantically, let's get to the line. Again, here's Blunt. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
But we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit. But how about guys who are maulers? Because that's what you want in short yardage situations. And we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Eagles on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They give it off here to the tight end. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They run for it with a J. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. Wentz going to give this one to Blunt, and they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. They come out here in the eye. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz taking it in. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, where they want to let their return guy touch it.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now let's go, Leopard!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Vinny Curry in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. That was 2nd down run for Murray. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you. This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. It's brought in by Jeffrey. An Eagle first down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, add that play to his resume, Real, because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make...
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Everson Griffin able to use that strength and get him for a loss of 2. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. From the gun, it's Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. And he's He's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. To throw is Wentz. Daniil Hunter in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And that's caught by Smith. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, that certainly looked like the Torrey Smith we knew in Baltimore. A guy who can just run past defenses, and what do they say? Take the top right off of him.
Game-changing speed, and the days in Baltimore good, days in San Fran not so great, but now hoping to get back to his former self.
I would say they have an extremely motivated wide receiver in Torrey Smith.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. So they get the field goal, but part of that was a 14-play drive to get the 3.
Normally, when you hold the ball that long, run that many plays, you end up in the end zone. There's a breakdown on the defense. Something happens. In this case, that didn't. But really good ball control by the offense. They're hoping that they can wear them down if they keep having drives like that.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. To throw on 2nd down is Keenum. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 1st down, Murray. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And a nice carry there of 15 yards. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Kyle Rudolph, the tight end, in motion. A handoff. It's Murray. And an alley to run. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Well, last year, I'm not sure we saw very many of those runs, did we, from the Vikings? I mean, they had the poorest rushing attack in the league.
Just 75 yards per game, but carries like the one we just saw, that'll help bolster that average.
Yeah, certainly, and they tried to beef up the offensive line in the offseason, brought in Latavius Murray, and then drafted Dalvin Cook out of Florida State.
No, Jack, Patriot!
And he motions the wide receiver.
Lucky 56! Lucky 56!
A toss to Murray. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 more on that one and another first down.
That in him, upright with some power.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Watch it now. All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
Following the penalty, it's Murray. They juked him. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Kyle Rudolph, the tight end, in motion. Second and goal. Still a decent chunk of yardage here. They're on the 8. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So that's going to move them half the distance.
First of all, you can't jump in this situation, but think about your play calling now. Could easily change what you want to do and maybe make things a little bit easier.
They come out here in the eye. The tight end changing his position. Defense likely bringing pressure here. 3rd and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Latavius Murray taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Torrey Smith, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Anthony Barr in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Back to throw. And he connects with Ertz. And the ball is knocked out. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. He's going to let it fly. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. They have not gotten him going at all. Trying to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well and end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And out now come the Eagles. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Now Wentz to try again after the pick six. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Anthony Barr in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. To throw is Wentz. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Anthony Barr in there to get him again. The third time he sacked him here tonight. Now Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Well, the fans should be applauding this defense right now. It's an excellent job. They force a 3 and out, and they should be able to set up their guys with great field position, probably near midfield or better.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Anderson Aho. And that will write a finish to this ball game. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.